Hello, all of YouTube, and I want to start off with this by wishing you all a Merry Christmas. And this today is going to be a little different than my last vlog. So it's going to be kind of a special episode. I'm going to be talking, like all my previous episodes, I will be talking about sports issues. But what's different in this one is I'm going to be talking about my Christmas traditions and why Christmas means so much to me personally. And I hope you enjoy this episode and enjoy the special. Welcome back, and like I said, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, because I don't think I will be releasing a New Year one, so I'll just put both of them together. And has this, there's not much going on in sports right now. And there's not much for me to talk about. So on today's lineup, I'm going to be talking about the college basketball and that whole scenario there. And another thing is NFL and the NBA. And it's going to be quite interesting. Let's start off with college basketball. Kentucky Wildcats. They're good. Let's just say that. The height they have, 10 guys over 6'6". John Calipari recruited a bunch of talented players, and this year is a little different than the other years. They're just an all-around great basketball team, and I believe they're going to make it all the season undefeated. When March Madness comes, that'll be a different story, and nothing to say there. March Madness speaks for itself, and even Kentucky can be beatable in that month. And next up is Duke. Yeah, Duke. Now they are also quite dominant. Jahlil Okafor, a great center with Tyus Jones feeding him the ball, around with Quinn Cook and Ramil Jefferson on the other post. And I think they're going to be a great team as well. And like I said with Kentucky, I think when March Madness comes, they can get beat. And I'm just going to say this right now, any team can get beat. This is like known to everyone who watches college basketball, but it's kind of obvious that when March Madness comes, regular season doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you could win undefeated. It doesn't matter that a player averaged 25 points per game and 5 and 9 rebounds a game. It's a whole new aspect of the game, so it'll be an interesting year. Arizona, I don't know much about them really, but this last loss against UNLV is kind of a big one. I mean, let's be honest. No, the way they were playing the last couple of weeks, I kind of expected them to get beat pretty soon, but I think they're going to be a dominant team to beat. And Louisville, let's go to them. They are a good team, and they're a great team all around. They can shoot the ball, and they're big with great size. And yeah, that's a college basketball in the top four, my top four at least. And the honorable mention I'm going to do is Wisconsin Badgers. They're great all around, but when you have a guy 7 foot who can shoot the three-pointer, that is quite impressive. I mean, that is like another Kevin Love. I mean, a guy who can rebound the ball, work inside, and shoot from beyond that far. It's going to be hard to beat for other big men in college basketball. And yeah, let's move on to the NFL. And I'm mainly going to be talking about the MVP right here. And in my opinion, the MVP for the season is J.J. Watt. And J.J. Watt, he is unstoppable on the line. You got to bring another guy, a tight end or another lineman, just to block him. He brings a threat just by himself. I mean, you have so many great talent on the line. Jadeveon Clowney has to potentially be another great player next year once he returns. And J.J. Watt, that'll be just a great dominant duo. J.J. Watt, Jadeveon Clowney. But the reason why I think J.J. Watt deserves the MVP is because of let's be honest, he's the best player in the NFL right now. And most valuable player. Now that's what the MVP stands for, and I think he deserves it because he is the most valuable player. They say it's an offensive. Why don't you just call it the offensive most valuable player? And I mean, quarterback. I mean, it's rare that any defensive player gets a MVP, but in my opinion, Aaron Rodgers has a great year. Yes, that is true, but I think that he's does this every year. I mean, it's not really a surprise to any of us. It's just that he's that good. And Russell Wilson, I mean, he started off a little rocky, the Seahawks did, but they've really grown to become really good. And that's why I think J.J. Watt deserves to be the MVP. He's been solid the entire year. Has more touchdowns than most great receivers and running backs, and he's just a threat both on offense and defense, because as we've seen, he's been put in on offense, and we all know what he can do. And with catching, I think two touchdown passes as a tight end, which kind of frustrates me because I kind of needed a tight end, but that is beside the point for my fantasy team, so get that out of the way. And let's move on to the NBA. And let's be honest, best team in my opinion is the Golden State Warriors. And I told my friends at the beginning of the season, I thought Golden State was going to be the best team in the NBA. And sure enough, that's what they've proven to be. They got with Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, obviously, and David Lee, and all these other great players, Andre Iguodala, Harrison Barnes. They're so great around. They can shoot the ball from three, as they've shown, and they can work the ball inside. They can grab rebounds. They're just a dominant team. That's why I like them. And who else is it? Oh yeah, that's right, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now we can't not talk about them because, let's be honest, they have LeBron James, Kevin Love, and Kyrie Irving, and that has been one of the biggest talks in the offseason and throughout the season. And LeBron James doing his thing, moving. They have started the year off a little rocky, but they're starting to grow and find their roles in the team and throughout the team with Dion Waiters and Matthew Dellavedova, and Tristan Thompson is becoming a great offensive powerhouse, grabbing rebounds, and I think they're starting to figure out how their team's working, and they're going to be one of the top 10 teams in the Eastern Conference. And when it all comes down to it, top team in the West is Golden State, and top team in the East is Cleveland Cavaliers, in my opinion. Despite what the records say, they just have all that talent, and it's not going to be wasted. And yeah, that's all I have for sports right now, because nothing really is going on. And yeah, college football bowl games doing well, and when college football playoffs come, we'll chat about that some. But now I'm going to move on to my Christmas traditions, and feel free to talk about your Christmas traditions in the comments below. And every Christmas I wake up around 5:30, even though my family does not get up that early, but I do it because I love to do it. I wake up, spread the presents out for each family member, and my mom, my dad, my sister, me, my other family members. And I love doing it. I usually sleep in a good amount, but I always love to sleep in on but wake up early on Christmas Day around 5:30, then make pancakes, bacon, and eggs, and have a good breakfast and listen to Christmas music because I love Christmas music. And yeah, that's one of my traditions. And another one is watching A Christmas Story on Christmas Eve. I don't know what it is about that movie. It's just a classic. And if you want to talk about your favorite Christmas movies, put those in the comments. And for me, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is in that category as well. And what else? Oh yeah, let's not forget why Christmas means so much to me. For me, Christmas is about being together as a family. And family is the biggest thing that you have in your life. And being surrounded by the ones you love and care about is on one specific day is something that I just love to enjoy. You don't have to worry about anything, just the gift of giving and all that. And that's what Christmas means to me, just being together with the ones you love. And yeah, recognizing that other things are going on, like with all the bad stuff going, just come together in peace on earth. And that's why I love Christmas. I mean, I don't really talk about it that much to people, but that's why Christmas means a lot to me. And yeah, it's kind of a soft, lovey thing, but I'm not that, I don't like expressing that side of me as much, but for Christmas, I'll do it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and hope you guys have a great Christmas, and Merry Christmas, and to all, a good night. Thank you.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we